The Canadian Automotive Association has released its worst roads list in Ontario for 2024, crowning Aberdeen Avenue in Hamilton as the worst road in the province. Eglinton Avenue West in Toronto, which frequently makes the list, was voted the second worst road in Ontario this year, followed by last year's winner, Barton Street in Hamilton. 4 other streets in the Greater Toronto area made the cut, 1 in Mississauga and 3 streets in Toronto. The annual campaign asks Ontario residents to vote on the roads in the province that they feel are in most need of repair. I want to bring in Teresa Di Felice, Assistant Vice President with Government and Community Relations for CAA, South Central Ontario. Good morning. Thanks for making the time to speak with us.
My pleasure.
So I'm kind of smiling because I know all these roads. What factors go into categorizing a road as a worst road? How do you make the cut?
Well, first and foremost, it's listening to Ontarians. They come to the website and nominate the roads that they feel are in most need of repair. They could be in their community, on their commutes, whatever reason that they are on those roads, and however they're on those roads, whether they're on a bus, by bike, or in a car. And then we ask them also to identify major intersections as well as the reason why they're nominating it. We then compile the list of all the nominations, and we work with our partners in the industry and the Residential Civil Construction Alliance of Ontario to help us validate that the reasons why those roads were nominated are in fact an issue.
Mm.
And then we reveal that here we are today.
Here we are, the big reveal, and there's a new winner. Aberdeen
There
Ave
is.
in Hamilton, in a beautiful part of Hamilton, nonetheless. Why did Aberdeen take the prize this year?
So Hamilton is speaking loud and clear because they've had a top road the last couple of years, and that road's being fixed. But Aberdeen has got some potholes and poor road maintenance, so it's an unpleasant drive. But also traffic congestion was a third reason why people voted for Aberdeen. In that it's also a major thoroughfare, although a small road. Smaller than Barton Street East, but it's a major thoroughfare to the 403 and some of the colleges in Hamilton.
All right, so even if you don't live in the Greater Toronto area, you've likely heard of Eglinton Avenue West, which seems to make the list every year. Do you ever question why things aren't fixed? I mean, how can it be that Eglinton, Teresa, every year finds itself on this top 10 worst road list?
Well, we know for quite a long time now, Eglinton Avenue has been the scene of one of the biggest transit construction projects with the Crosstown LRT. And while that construction project was in the thick of things, the roads got pretty bad. And so there were some patch jobs by the City of Toronto. As sections of that LRT are being fixed, we're seeing some lovely paving happening along Eglinton Avenue, both east and west, but not all sections. And in this particular instance, number 2, Eglinton Avenue West was named mostly because of traffic congestion, in particular on some major intersections like Oakwood and Caledonia, as well as some poor surface. Some parts are in between very paved sections, and these particular sections of Eglinton Avenue West still have not been repaved.
And my final question then for you this morning, Teresa, do you think that this list gets the attention of municipalities? Are cities paying attention to this?
They are. We have conversations with them after we do the reveal as well to talk about the roads that appeared on the top 10 list. But we also know that, sometimes these roads get moved up earlier in the construction planning that a municipality does. Some of these roads have been identified, but sometimes they're years off. And Barton Street East was a good example. It wasn't slated for many more years, but shortly after our reveal, they moved it up and started the work in 2022 and have been moving slowly along that path to actually fix that road. And we heard people saying it's a dream to drive on those sections that are actually fixed at this point.
Okay.